comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Take on all of you. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Big, low, reaching heavy. He picks up some damage with a long, reaching attack. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Takes a trip. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? All right, what's coming up next? Gets the counter hit throw. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Experiencing burnout. Oh no, they're stunned. Who will capitalize? Sneaks in the throw. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? A little too greedy there. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Hits them with a stop and block. Jumps. Side switch in the corner. Gets out of the corner. Gotcha. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Player 2 is not in it. Can this drive bring them back? Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. A back throw for damage and vital positioning. So little life left. Barely blocks the jump in. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Let's get throws them. Smart play with the low heavy, but no go. Connects with medium. Gotta do better than that. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Tons of space between the fighters now. Shoots their shot. There's a drive impact. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Shifuji Rotaku. This is gonna take a chunk. Angel will whiff and whiffs. They're wide open. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. This can lead to some big damage. Who are they swinging at? Reach out and hug them. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be?
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Are you kidding me? Player 1 is gonna be watching replays of this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. From low heavy to smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. The impact gets blocked. Player 1 with the life lead. He's got a small life lead, but it's not over. Holds out with the block. Grabs him, closes the gap for the grab. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Does a good job of pushing back. Down to the wire.
I am on my gear.
Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Hold your breath. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Shifuji doing the business. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Immediate jumping. Grabs him. Dashes forward. The low doesn't connect. Throws him to negate the block. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Breaks the block with a throw. Knockdown and... Anti drops him hard. meets them air to air. Pumps the brakes on the impact. This can lead to some big damage. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Barely blocked. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who crowns him from above? Ooh, what a smart throw. This is gonna hurt. Throws him. That throw will do some good damage. Darren sets up with the jump in. There's the soup with the lariat. A jump. Jumps. Any throw will whiff at that range. And whiff! They're wide open! Somehow manages crowns them from above! Connects with the throw! What are they gonna do? Plenty of health, full gauges, the solid anti-air! Oh my god, they just choked it up! Nice fireball! Here comes the putting it all on the line! Sits them down with a super! Now that's how you take a round! Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish! Player one made some smart moves there! Great game! It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run back! Jumps up! Smart play with the throw! Good job blocking the jump in! They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Throws him. What's next? Jump-in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Throws them to negate the block. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Takes a trip. Getting into the end game now, it's getting tense. Going in? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Throws him. What's next? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 1 thunderous drive impact to close the round. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Holds out with a block. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Super on deck for the... Ooh! Hits them with a stop and block. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side steal. Still slugging it out at this range. Breaks the block with a throw. What'll happen here? How can they steal this win and baits out the attack and get the punish counter? Oh, here we go. And whiffs. They're wide open. Are we gonna see a comeback? KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Can't tech the throw. Blocks the low heavy. Very solid corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Goes for the throw. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? Gets the jump in. Player 2 chases them down. Life lead opens up. Oh, easy tech. They're jostling for down to the wire. Makes a huge statement with that finish. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Both of them were ready for a throw. Don't hold your breath. Gotcha! Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but brushes that off and keeps going. Can't tech the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Big throws. Throws them. Hits them with a stopping block. Life needed. Picks a good spot. You picked too much. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Holds out with the block. Hold your breath. Beautiful setup with that attack. No good up high. Checks with the projectile. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Gets out of the corner. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Plenty of life left in both fighters, but a big difference in drive. How can they use this to their advantage? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Takes a trip. Throws them to negate the block. Good job blocking KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Throws them. What's next? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to... Oh! Brushes that off and keeps going. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Nice double lariat. They were right to be on guard there. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Gets the back throw to turn things around. Both painfully aware of the corner there. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Target locked and scoop. No escaping that. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Connects with the throw. Jumps. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Blocks the low kick. Oh my god, they just jumped it up. Both fighters planted crowns them from above. Ooh, what a smart throw. The low. What now? Plenty of health. Full gauges. Let's go. Oh my, the throw tag. Throws them. Looking for a hole. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. Nothing stops this train. There's the soup with the lariat. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Answers with a fire clutch anti-air. It is over. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. This is gonna hurt. Finds the target. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Lots of aggression from both sides. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The jump in is denied. Player 1 chases them down. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Holds out with the block. Down to the wire. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. The big play does it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Brushes that off and keeps going. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Who's going to start things off? Player 1 chases them down. Big throw. That throw will be for good damage. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Jumps up. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Target locked and scoop. Hanging on for a super art. This Dragon Last Flame could be big. Going in, experiencing burnout. A real test of nerves here. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 can't let this break through with the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Throws them. What's next? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Gets a chance with that jump in. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Tons of drive and health to work with. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Throws them down. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. All right, what's coming up next? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Gets the knockdown, and now, good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Gets them. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Whiffs the throw. How's this? The jump in is denied. Throws him. What's next? Brushes that off and keeps going. Brings out the super hard. How is this going to work out for them? Going in? Now, can they finish the job? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Double lariat, and now? The throw whiffs. Grabs and throws him away. That throw will do some good damage. Jumps? Barely blocks the jump in. Player brushes that off and keeps going. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. This is a turning point. They got good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. How's this? There's the soup with the lariat. Knocks him out of the air. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Here's the throw. It's denied. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge despair. Finds the target. Big time whip. How's this? All the throw connects. What's next? Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? The low. Both sides. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2. Oh, what's this? Who's coming out on top? Drive impact misses. Impact squash. This is a critical moment. It is over. Player 2 is going to be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Sets up with the jump in. Sure you can. Smart play with the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Throws them to negate the block. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Flashes him. The jump in is denied. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Player 1 chases them down. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Heavy punch sends them flying. That's a counter. Clutch anti-air. Rushes that off and keeps going. Target locked and scoop. They choose to spend the meter to up the damage, but willing to risk it for the overdrive. What's next? Player 1 and wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Gets the jump in. Player 1 chases them down. Throws them to negate the block. Steps in for the throw. Deftly shuts out the jump in. The impact gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. They don't score the punish counter, but still get a nice hit in. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Hold your breath. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Can't tech the throw. Takes a trip. Trying to lead each other here? Oh! Digs in deep to get that drive lead. Shipujinrai hits. Good damage on him. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Closing moments of the match. One hit, the kick hits! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Player 2 chases them down. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Knockdown and smart play with a throw. That throw will do some good damage. Looking for a chance. Sure you can? What'll happen here? Wrecks them. They return, crowns them from above. All the throw connects. Okay, here we go. A real test of nerve here. Ah, genius read with that throw escape. Drops the flatlines them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Knew the throw was coming. Throws a fireball. Jumps. Clutch anti-air. Vegas says, get that jumping out of here. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Shipujinrai hits. Good damage on him. Amazing. Throws him. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Dash! Oh my god, what a throw set! Connects with the throw. This may turn into a big chance. Good decision with that throw. What's next? How's next? Player 1, all the throw connects. What are they gonna do? Can they close this round without relying on drive? The throw is denied. I can't believe it. Wall flat into the guard break. Big drama jamma. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Chuck the fireball to continue their hold. Crowns them from above. Smart play with the throw. Scoop, they can't squander this punish counter chance. A drive impact. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Knockdown. Does a good job of pushing back. Denies the low heavy. Grabs them. Taking stock. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Life lead opens up. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Holds out with a block. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Make smart use of it. This is gonna hurt. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Thick. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. The low. This is a critical moment. Back into the corner. Doesn't touch the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Smart play with the throw. Throws out a projectile. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Throw whiffs. Throws him down. Knockdown. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Down to the wire. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. There's enough life to get away with the mistake. The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it's still good. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 digs in deep to get that drive in. There's the wall strike. They can't do anything now. Shifu Jinrai doing that miss. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Let's get it.
The throw whiffs. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? The jump in is denied. Throws him. What's next? That throw will do some good damage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Breaks the block with a throw. What'll happen here? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Both fighters planning something? Life lead is there, but still, this is gonna hurt. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Throws a fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Back at the start. They're not taking any chances. Jumps in. Reads the jump in perfectly. Hits him with a stopping block. Big time whip. Gets that back throw was huge. Player 1 has a big drive gauge. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Finds the target. Super art to show off what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Player 2 needs to take it. All the throw connects. Oh, he turns out. Taking chunks out of each other here. This can lead to some big damage. Connects with the throw. Both blocks the low kick. Excellent block. Solid anti-air. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They back down to regroup. This means they are done. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Nice fireball. Goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. No good up high. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 has the life lead. Got a small life lead, but it's not over. Both sides looking for an opening. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Gets the counter hit throw. Taking stock. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. The jump in is denied. Going in? Player 1 creates a good, brushes that off and keeps going. Double lariat and now in there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Let's get it.
Whiffs with that huge attack. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Sets up with the jump-in. Not much life left, but they're drop KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Holds out with a block. Great work finding the opening. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Hold your breath! Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. This is a tough spot, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Grabs him. Takes a trip. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps in. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Jump. Knockdown. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
The throw whiffs. Checks him with a projectile. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 chases them down. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Goes for the jump in. Grabs and throws them away. Manages to block the jump in attack. Gotta refuses their drive gauge. Goes to the air. Crowns them from above. Life lead is there, but still ending with a super art. Player 2 will need to use their meter here wisely. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Oh, sniped! Hit them with a quick low kick! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Opens with a fireball! It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Medium kick hits. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Meets them air to air. Good judgment there. Throws them. Both stop. Blocks the low kick. Both the low kick hits. Super art to show them what a PhD fighter can do for you. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Oh, snipe. Keeps them out. Crowns them from above. Drives him back, misses. Ooh, what a smart blow. What's next? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They push their way out of it. Oh my god, what a throw set. How did they anticipate that jump in? Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Drops them hard. Hit them with a stop and block. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Knockdown. Reacts to the throw. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Does a good job of pushing back. That attack ends it. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Connects with medium kick. Break all the throw connects. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Jumps. That solid anti-air. Low heavy, but no go. Tensions are running high. What a finish! Player one was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Now they get pushed into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Takes a trip. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Flashes him. Throws him to negate the block. Knockdown and... I'm experiencing burnout. So, what's next? Player one can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Closing in there. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Breaks the block with a throw. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Smart play with the throw. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Big throws. Blocks it. Jumps up. A parry? Player two has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Going in? No knockdown as the low heavy just throws them. Denied! Keep cool and locks them out. Connects with the throw. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Barely blocks the jump in. Breaks through with the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Fires without warning. The low! Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Ooh, the low kick hits! Player two? Oh, snipe! Player two with the rhythm owning that space! Oh, they switch sides! Runs that arm! Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super arm. Oh, the throw connects! Amazing! Player one is in a very good spot now. Any throw will whiff a forward throw, laying the pressure on thick.
This will hurt.
Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. Oh man, this is a scary range. This can lead to some big damage. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Oh, sees right through him. Dumps him. Player two has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The throw is denied. Throw is denied. What a read. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Throws them down. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? All right, what's coming up next? In there! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ops the big space to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. A quick breather. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Hits them with a stopping block. Looking to plant them with a pile driver. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to the low. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Knockdown, and are they thinking about how to steal this round? Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Jump KO! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Can't tech the throw. Projectile to try and change the situation. No good up high. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Blocks the jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Trips them up. Both sides looking for an opening. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Okay, we're at the halfway point now. How will both competitors use this remaining time? I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Starting to sweat a bit. They break things off to take a quick breather. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Down to the wire. They gotta keep their eye on the timer. Not much time left. Hold your breath. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Too much. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Throw leaves them wide open. Grabs them. Jump. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Chin, view, rip off. Counting on the super to do the job. Knockdown, and player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Breaks the block with a thrust the low. Both fighters planning. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart throw. There's a drive and back misses. This is a critical moment. Solid anti-air. Stirs the soup with the lariat. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's got where they're looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation. Only a little bit of drop wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Gets the jump. This is gonna be bad news. Jinrai kicks for a mix-up. Throws him. What's next? Steps in for the throw. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. The throw connects for counter hit damage. Knockdown. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Blocks the low heavy. So it looks like our fighters are taking a breather. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Gets the jump in. Misses the drive impact. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Player 1 chases them down. Takes a trip. Very critical point of the match with full drive gauge available. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Triple Jinrai hit. Good damage option there. Up tap to close it. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Opts to create space to start. Who's going to start things off? Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? All right, what's coming up next? Neither of them willing to back off here. Grabs him, closes the gap for the grab. Side switch in the corner. Grabs and throws him away. Going in. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Jumps in. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Are we going to see a comeback here? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Takes them up. Okay, here we go. What'll be the knocked them out of the air? Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? This is what a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Good read with that throw escape. The throw misses. The jump in is denied. Throws him. What's next? Steps in for the throw. Blocks the jump in. The throw connects for counter hit damage. What are they thinking here? Player 1 chases them down. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Holds out with the block. Life lead opens up. Knockdown. Checks him with the projectile. With the throw. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Time's the only thing moving here. They break things off to take a quick breather. Feeling out the spacing. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Trying to read each other here? Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Player 1 chases them down. Reacts to the throw. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Bending that drive gauge. Gets the jump in. Jumps in. Hits them with a stop and block. Player there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Raw critical. What's gonna happen? Can they claw their way? Looking to impress with this super. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Finishes with the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Fantastic reactions there. Jump in finds the mark. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. The low kick connects. No good up high. That was a solid anti-air. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Next hit will end the round. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? All right, what's coming up next? Opt for the throw to close it out. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Denies the low heavy. Grabs and throws him away. What'll happen here? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Super Art brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to plant them with a pile drive. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. They decide to take a breather to regroup. So, what's next? Jumps up. Distant leaches some big damage. A clean KO. Nice meter awareness.
Sit down and shut up!
Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Nice double lariat. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Player 2 goes to the air. Good judgment there. This is gonna hurt. Drive impact misses. Dangerous range here. Distant leaches some big damage. Meets them air to air. Wow, Seth waited for this opening. Through pile driver with no escape. Spans the meter. Anticipated that throw. Looking for a hold. Ooh, what a smart throw. Both sides getting ready. A real test of nerves here. All with a no throw. Crumble from above. Shifuji Reitsaku. They're gonna take a jump. This is a critical moment. Player 1 is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve?
The sweet spot.
Jamma! Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. This is gonna hurt. Connects with the throw. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireballs. Starts with a jump-in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Throws them. What's next? KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws them to negate the block. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to impress with this super. Goes for the jackhammer off the Cyclone Lariat, prioritizing the side switch over damage. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. They're backed up into the corner. Knocked them out of the air. Experiencing burnout. Through pile driver. You need guts to pull that off. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes for the jump in. Got their eye on the air. Can't tech the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Player 2 has the life advantage. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Will that drive impact get punished? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Taking stock. Gets some. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump-in is denied. Medium kick hits. Okay, they trade hits. They break things off to take a quick breather. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Player 2 chases them down. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Going in? This may be it. Feels back a chance. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Hugs nothing but air. Throws them. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Raw super hard incoming. Super! That's what burns out. Side switch. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. Closes it out. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sneaks in above. Blows them. What's next? They block the overhead and a dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Overdrive. What's the play here? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity, reads their mind and techs the throw. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. All right, what's coming up next? Can't tech the throw? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Projectile to try and change the situation. In there! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Immediate jump in. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Doing the business. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Target locked and scoop. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Burnout activates. Oh my god, what a throw tech! Uses their drive gauge. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Closes with the throw, hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Gets the jump in. Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. Blocks the jump in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Forward throw to continue the pressure. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Big throws. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Was looking for that jump attack. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Throws them. What's next? A super art? The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Knockdown and player 2 is dominating this match. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? They were not cleared for takeoff. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Show me everything you have.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Feeling out the spacing. Projectile to try and change the situation. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 chases them. Hold your breath. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Target lock and scoop. Going in. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 needs to be experiencing burnout. Connects with the throw. Knockdown and this can lead to some big damage. Ooh, what a smart throw. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Player 1 needs to hold up. Oh, they got him! Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Smart play with the throw. The jump in is denied. Holds out with the block. No good on fight. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. From up above. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Life lead opens up. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The jump in is denied. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Plenty of life left, a full drive bait to work with. They have tons of options at their disposal. Player 2 will look just goes for it at this range. Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu rip-out. Wow, that's some, oh my god, what a throw catch! This can lead to some big damage. All the throw connects. Oh my god, they just choked it up! How's this? Both fighters planning something? How did they read that throw? Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Wraps it up with a throw! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Let's get Mariator! Drops him from the air. Blocks it. Reads the jump in perfectly. Ooh, what a smart throw. Let's get genius read with that throw escape. No, this'll break him. Oh, here we go. Low heavy. All the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Shakes things up with were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Connects with the throw. Let's get this is oh my god, what a throw tech! They can't get hit here! Back to punch, nothing but air! Somehow they grab them! What's next? The jump in, this is gonna hurt! Get them in the air! Player one! Made some smart moves there! Great game!
Special match online. Custom room. Choose a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Gotta do this. Come on.
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the fireball. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. With the forward throw, the battle in the corner continues. Chasing them down, peppering them with hits and throws is the way to get them in the corner. Okay, they trade hits. Knockdown. Throws them down. Steps in for the throw. Big, low, reaching heavy. Oh, easy tech. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. I can't keep track of these corner switches. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Jumps in. Showing some real tenacity. Not close enough for the throw. Dropping. Grabs and throws him away. Taking stock. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Blocks it. You gotta be mindful of reflex super art. Triple Jinrai hits. Good damage on him. Are we gonna see a comeback? Low heavy. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Finishes with the throw. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.